you for reminding me.
Yeah, I thought Ashley would have been on since she invited me. I don't know where she's at.
Okay, let's get going because I really want to make sure that when we do team calls, I want to keep them to like a half an hour because everybody's busy and it's hard. And, you know, we got stuff, we got families and we got to sleep and all that stuff. So, okay, so Jen's going to start with talking about fears because we do have some Fitfluencers that are going to be, you know, either that are joining us tonight or that are going to be watching the playback of this. And so we are in the final day 4 out of 5 for our Fitfluencer group. And fear is always like really the number one hesitation. So, and we all have it. We've all had it. We all sometimes still have it. And so we want to talk about that and make sure we spend a few minutes on that. So go ahead, Jen.
All right. Yes. So, fears is my like specialty because I was scared of everything my entire life, like everything. I was scared of talking, communicating. I like up until even my mid 30s, I was scared of talking to people. I was a gymnast. I was the biggest mental gymnast ever, like scared to tumble backwards. I somehow made it through college gymnastics, not tumbling backwards and being terrified of tumbling backwards. Like I just always had all these fears of what people thought. When I would pray as a child, I would fall asleep during my prayer every single night because I would pray for every single possible bad thing that could go wrong. Like I'd pray, dear God, please don't let a robber rob our house. Please don't let a tornado come. Please don't let it hurt. Like I go through everything. I'd go through every family. Like I never made it to amen. So I've always been just a very fearful person, but I've also always been really good at working through my fears. And I feel like that's why I've still been able to be somewhat successful in life, is because even though I'm so scared of everything, I've managed to work through it. And like Kylie said, fear is the biggest thing that holds people back. Like it's from almost anything they want to go for, any goals, any dreams. Fear is the thing that holds people back. A lot of people I feel like don't even start because of fear. So that's the one place that fear holds them back, is they don't even start because they're scared. The other thing is maybe they start, but then they don't really do anything with it. Like when we're talking about business, they are scared to go all in and to really trust themselves. And so they don't really go all in and do anything with their business. So I know I was looking up some things on fear, and I feel like the one way that fear kind of portrays itself is through procrastination. I think people procrastinate on taking action towards something they're feeling pulled to because of fear. They procrastinate on deciding to start their fitness journey because of fear. Like if they knew that if they started, they would get results, they wouldn't hesitate, right? I mean, if you knew 100% that if you do something, you're going to get the results you want, you wouldn't hesitate. It's fear that you're not going to get the results. It's fear that you're going to fail. It's fear that you're going to waste your time and money. And so people don't even try because they're scared, mostly of failure. I think that's probably the biggest one. So my idea of failure is, first of all, that my mom, I was talking to her the other day, I'm writing a book and I had this whole area on failure. And she's like, Jen, I don't like the word failure. I'm like, well, I have failure written all over my book. She's like, I know, but that word just like automatically gives people a negative feeling. I mean, people have heard the word failure and they think they fail a test. It's an F, it's done, it's over. You fail at something, it's over. She's like, failure is a good thing. That's what kind of I was talking about. Failure is a good thing because we have to fail to grow. We have to fail to move forward. Like that is part of the process of fitness. It's part of the process of running a business. It's part of the process of anything we do in life. But my mom's like, I don't like the word failure. I'm like, okay, well, let's change it. So we came up, what did we call it? I think we called it stumbles or something. So we changed the name of it and it's just a stumble. Failure is going to be part of any journey. You just stumble and you keep going. You pick yourself back up and you keep walking. I think we called it stumbles. I don't know. We had a couple different words we were trying to come up with that weren't so negative sounding in people's heads. And the other thing is, my thing is, what if you do fail? So what if you set a health and fitness goal to lose 50 pounds and you fail and you don't get that 50 pounds, but you lose 25 pounds? Like, you're still that much further towards your goal. What if you set a goal to start a business and make 6 figures and you fail and you only make $10,000? I mean, it's still more like, I feel like as long as you're going for something and you're working towards a goal, there is no failure. I think failure is when you don't even try, when you're not maybe content with your life, or you kind of have these tugs and dreams on your heart, but you're too scared to even take a chance and try them. That's what I consider failure. I don't think if you go for these, if you set these big, huge goals and you never reach them, but you're going for them, like, to me, that is success, because the journey is like where you learn the most. The journey is where you find the most success and learn the most about yourself. And that, to me, is the best thing. Okay. I took a few notes just so I wouldn't talk too long. So fear of failure is one. And the other one that is fear of what other people think. That's, I think, the huge one, especially with this business, is fear of what other people will think. I was always very constantly overly aware of or what people thought, or I thought I knew what they thought. And I quickly learned that, like, the things I was thinking people were thinking about me weren't true at all. Like, we come up with these crazy ideas in our head that aren't even real, that aren't even true. And we make up what other people are thinking, and we make up circumstances and all these negative things that aren't even true. Like, our brains just make them up to scare us. So fear of what other people think, fear of being vulnerable and putting ourselves out there, fear of posting on social media. That was me. But now that I've grown so much in the business and I've done the mindset training, like, at the end of the day, if my cousin's husband on Facebook is following me and unfollows me or rolls his eyes because I'm running a business, like, is that going to matter at the end of my day and the end of my life? Like, the few people that we worry are going to judge us are nothing compared to the amount of people that are going to be inspired and that need a positive light in their life. And that, I mean, it's just, our minds always go to those few people that maybe will be negative, even if we don't know they will. So the other thing is, I saw this little, I like this. I saw this little activity to do when you're having fears, because our brains will imagine the worst outcome, right? We'll imagine the worst thing that could happen, all the negative things that can happen. We imagine what might happen, not what will happen, because we don't know what will happen. We forget all the good things that could happen if we step into our fear. So I like this. List your fears out, like, on a piece of paper. So if you're working on running a business, or if you're thinking about, for me, I'm working on publishing a book, write down all your fears, and then restate the fears. I want to blank, whatever your goal is, and I scare myself by imagining blank. So, like, for me, I want to publish a book, but I scare myself by imagining, like, less than 1% of people probably actually get their book published, or I'm not really a professional writer. I don't really know anything about the topic I write. Like, we talk these things in our head. Or I want to start a business and I scare myself by imagining I won't be successful. So write it down, and then you kind of are seeing that you're scaring yourself. You're coming up with these own fears in your head. You're imagining them. It's all in your imagination. The imagination, you're making them up, and it kind of puts it in a little bit of perspective. And then you can kind of switch it and state how you're going to get through those goals. So that's kind of the fear stuff. I think that's all I was going to chat about, fears. You guys have anything on fears that you want to add?
I'll just add kind of on what you were saying about, we worry about, like, what all these people are going to think. And when you really think about how many you're going to help, kind of that numbers thing. Like, I've had people that have said negative things, and it gets in my head for sure. I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't happen. But when I go back and think about it, I'm like, all these people are saying this. And then I think about it, I'm like, it's one person saying that. And how many people have I helped? Or how many people have told me that I'm inspiring them? Or how many people, now I've been coaching for 3 years, and so I've got people, but even when I first started coaching, I had people reaching out and messaging me saying, thank you so much for sharing this or that, or you're so inspiring. And even at the very beginning of my journey, the number of people that were positive and told me that far outweighed the one person that had something negative to say. And I will tell you, in my experience in coaching now, is that one person, it's because of them. It's all has to do with them and where they're at. It has nothing to do with me. And that's something that's really helped me, is to change that mindset. Instead of thinking, oh my gosh, it's me, I shouldn't share this. I've realized through experience that one person, you really have to put that number in perspective, and you really have to realize that person is very unhappy with themselves. And it 100% always has something to do with that person, and they're reflecting how they feel about themselves. They're reflecting that on you. So that's something that helps me.
I agree. And I have learned through this journey that I think it's a quote, like, your greatest growth is on the other side of fear. Like, if something's scary and you step into it and you do it, like, it's crazy how much you grow as a person. It's crazy how much confidence you get, how much strength. And that's where your life starts changing, is when you start doing those scary things and not staying in the safe, comfortable place that is not changing. I think we're made to grow. We're made to step into those fears. We're made to constantly be learning and pushing ourselves. And so that's where I've seen my greatest growth, is when I do some of those scary things.
100%. I have grown so much as a person because of all the scary things that I have made myself do. So, and I'm so glad.
It's pretty relief. It's a relief, like, getting to the point in your life where you don't worry about, like, you learn that it doesn't matter what other people think of you. Like, their opinion doesn't matter. Like, I lived all my life so worried about other people's opinions. And because of going through this process, I'm like, I can live my life for me. I don't have to live it worried about what the other person on the other side of Facebook thinks about me.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's a lot more fun to live that way. I love it.
Yes.
It's a lot more fun than standing on the sidelines and watching, which is what I used to do. Because I would stand on the sidelines and I wouldn't do something that I was like, I would love to do that. And now I go for it and do it. Yeah. So good. All right. Let's move into kind of the 2019 and 2020. This is good for any coaches. Mute here. Any current coaches, or for Fitfluencers thinking to, deciding if they're going to join the team now or if they're going to wait because it's busy, or, kind of on the fence as to, your decision. I will tell you, this is absolutely the best time to start coaching, even though it feels like this is too busy, there's too much going on. And I will say, for current coaches, this is the time you need to lean into your business. Absolutely. So I've been listening to a lot of trainings, but one that really resonated with me last night is with one of the top 10 coaches, Ashley Laughlin. And she was talking about people that show up right now in their business and show up sharing their health and fitness journey, which is what we do, and just sharing that we're showing up for ourselves. Come January, people are going to be making January, people are going to not feel well. They're going to just feel tired. They're thinking, I'm going to wait till January and come and make a decision about what I'm going to do for my 2020 fitness plan. They're going to be shopping gyms. They're going to be looking at Peloton. They're going to be looking at Orange Theory Fitness. I will tell you right now, they're already looking at those things. We are so much more affordable. It's insane what, people are looking at in terms of cost. So when they're looking around, because they're like kind of looking around, that kind of information is in their heads right now. And when they go to make a decision, you want them to think of you. And if you start showing up in January, they're not going to choose you. They're going to choose the person that has been showing up, that they have seen subconsciously or consciously consistently showing up. And I like to think about it this way. think about realtors, right? I don't know about you guys, but where I'm at, realtors, their faces are on billboards. Their faces are on the shopping carts. Their faces are on, I have notepads everywhere from realtors. Their faces are on mailers. Do you know why? Is because people have to see a message an average of 33 times before they will act on it. And we only see about 10% of especially social media. So I think another big fear for new coaches or newer coaches is I don't want to spam people with my fitness. Like they're going to be annoyed by me. And I will tell you, people only see 10% of what you're posting. Like Becky's on my team. I don't see all her posts. And she and I talk and we engage on Facebook. Jen, I don't see all her posts. And like we engage with each other on social media. So I guarantee you that people are not seeing all your posts. So you need to be consistent because first, you need them to see it. Second, you need them to see it 33 times before they're even going to make a decision. So we have 30 some days left in the year, a little over. So this is the time to start being consistent and putting yourself out there. So in January, they're going to go, oh, okay, I wonder what is that Becky doing? Because I have seen her posting like some kind of workouts or something that she's doing. They're going to go to your page and check you out. And if they go to your page and they don't really see anything, they're going to be like, I'm telling you, there's a million other Beachbody and other coaches that are out there that are going to be consistent that they can easily find. Or they're going to choose Orange Theory Fitness. And guess what? Orange Theory Fitness is so crazy expensive. They're not going to be able to stick with it unless, I'd be shocked at what percentage of people can actually stay with Orange Theory Fitness. Because I'll tell you right now, for an unlimited pass at Orange Theory Fitness, it's $150 a month. I called there. I have the other numbers too, but it's like really expensive. I think you can buy like 8 days a month and it's like 50 some bucks, but you only get 8 days. 8 days. That's 2 days a week. Like we have such an affordable option that I was even talking to somebody today that just joined Orange Theory and she said she can only go 2 days a week. And I'm like, well, you could totally do what we have and Orange Theory Fitness. And what we have is basically breaks down to $8.25 a month for unlimited. So showing up now is super important. And what you do now sets your tone for January. And I know what I do now absolutely is I am planting those seeds for them to grow in January. And really throughout our whole year, the things you do one month are what are it's like the seeds. You plant them one month and they don't grow. You have to water them, right? So what you do one month shows up in month 2 and month 3. So another great analogy is a pump, right? So like one of those old water pumps. And it takes a little while to get the water pump going and primed for the water to come out. So think about the rest of November and December is you're priming your pump and you're getting that water flowing and you're getting that going. And come January, your water is going to be flowing. Your business is going to be growing. January is our biggest month of the entire year. And I don't think that's a surprise to anyone that January is the biggest month in health and fitness. So if you start your coaching journey in January, you're already going to be behind. If you start now, your water is going to be flowing. You're going to be trained. You're going to be getting that message out 33 times and things are going to be flowing in January. But if you like back off, like if you've already been coaching and you start backing off that pump, it's going to take all that much harder to get it going, right? So just keep that momentum going right now. Get ramped up if this is a new business to you, so that come January, people are like, yeah, I know who you are, and I'm going to choose you for my health and fitness plan because I've been watching you, because that's exactly what happens. So like right now, the biggest thing to be doing in your business is create value. So like I'm creating value in sharing recipes. And again, if you're a brand new coach or if you just end up signing on this week or next, we have the Beachbody blog. There actually, I've been taking stuff from the Beachbody blog in terms of tips. There was a whole thing on there yesterday or the other day about holiday tips and like healthy holiday tips, things like portion sizes, things like making sure you eat breakfast. I'm literally taking those things and I'm sharing them in my stories and I'm sharing them in posts, and you can absolutely do that. We also have so many recipes as a team that you can share with people and give value in coaching. And people are going to be like, oh, that Jen, she's really cool. Like she's been sharing great recipes. And that's a great way to be posting and sharing without spamming people and without people feeling like, then you don't feel annoying, right? You feel like you're giving to people. So that kind of leads right into our launch of our Bar Blend program. And so again, this is going to be huge. January is already a huge month in health and fitness. And then when Beachbody, I mean, they're a smart corporation, right? They come in and they launch a huge new program and they drop that right in our laps for us to use to build our business in January. So Jen is going to talk a little bit more about that. And we as a team all have a plan in place. I'm pulling mine up right now, pulling up some dates in terms of how we launch a business, and we do it as a team and we help you to do the same thing. So it's not like you would sign on and be like, here you go, launch the Bar Blend program. Like we have a whole set calendar of exactly how we're going to do this. And I will say it starts Monday with our free sample workout. So the 25th is a free sample workout. And then I'm going to hand it over to Jen.
All right, so Bar, yay! I have been wanting them just because Bar is becoming so popular. I mean, there are like Pure Barre places popping up everywhere, and I was a gymnast, so I'm like, ooh, I want to go do some of that. Like, I feel like it would be right up my alley. And so many people, when they sign up for Beachbody, they're like, what are all the low impact workouts? What are all the low impact workouts? And we have Country Heat. And so we have some varieties of low impact. We have 1,000,010 yogas, right? So those are always good. But Bar is something that a lot of people have been asking for. And we know it's like the thing right now. Like it's super popular right now. And it's super expensive. And I was trying to look up prices and I couldn't find prices. Do you know prices of going to Pure Barre, Kylie?
You know what, I don't, but I was thinking I might even do some research and like I did with Orange Theory, and I called our local rec center and I just asked what their pricing was. And
well, Allie knows, and she told me, and I forget, it was something crazy. It was really expensive.
One of my neighbors does Bar. We have a Bar studio just right up the street, and she says it's $130 a month. And she only goes like 2 days a week. And I was like, oh my gosh, on demand is way cheaper for a year. I did a post or a story on it, but I need to keep going with it.
Yeah.
So it's super popular, and I have lots of friends that are like, oh my gosh, I'm going to Pure Barre and I love it, but I just can't afford to go very often. So they're going like once a week or twice a week, like you said. Like, are they really going to get results from once or twice a week? Because it's so expensive. So like this is going to be huge. I think this is going to be probably one of our biggest launches in a long time, because people are looking for that low impact workout. And because people love Bar and they're so excited to do all these Pure Barre classes and stuff. So it'll be huge, but it's only as huge as us coaches make it. So nobody out there in the world has any idea there's going to be a home workout program, a home bar program. What's it going to have? Like 40 different workouts. And then bonus workouts and all these fun things. Nobody out there is going to know it except for the people that are following us coaches and seeing what we are sharing about it. So it's super important to know that nobody's just going to reach out to us and be like, hey, I want to do that bar perk. They're not going to know about it. We are the ones that get people excited and show the things that are coming up. And so that's what our job is this month and next month, is to build that excitement for it so that when we do run our bar challenge group, it's going to be amazing. I love launches. I love doing launches, and all of us coaches going through a program for the first time with our customers and getting to experience that for the first time together, the ups and the downs and the struggles. it's just, I love that part. So Monday is the sample. So 100%, we're all going to be doing it. We're all going to be seeing what it's like, sharing what it's like. Customers can try it that day too. So they'll probably have is it Vimeo? Is that how you say it? They'll probably have a Vimeo link for it so we can send it to people that have been interested in the bar. So Monday's a huge date, but the big day is December 3rd is when us coaches can purchase early access. We get 25% off because we're coaches. So it's not very much money to get early access, the digital. I'm going to get the one with the little affirmation cards. It comes with little affirmation cards.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's huge that our programs are starting to go towards mindset and adding in that mindset aspect. A lot of them are going towards. So I love that they're doing those affirmation cards. So I'll get that one, the accessory bundle. So December 3rd, coaches can purchase, and they're going to give us those first 10 workouts for 2 weeks, I think. Mm-hmm. It's only 2 weeks, and then those workouts go away. So as coaches, we're going to want to get it immediately December 3rd so that we can try out all those 10 workouts. We can share about it on our social media. I'll probably just record me doing all the workouts, so I have clips to keep. So after the workouts go away, I still have clips to keep sharing and showing on social media. But that's pretty cool. So we get to hype it up by actually doing the workouts and showing what they look like and giving our thoughts on them, all of that kind of stuff. So we really have to, I feel like as new coaches, take advantage of that. And then customers can purchase December 16th. Correct me if I get anything wrong, Kylie.
Yep, you're right.
So starting December 3rd, well, even starting now, I'm starting to talk about bar on my social media. I'm starting to do polls about, do you like high intensity workouts or low intensity? So anybody that chooses low impact, because it's a high intense program, it's just low impact. Anybody that chooses low impact, that's somebody I can start a conversation with and be like, hey, do you want me to send you the bar sample that just came out today? This is our new program that's coming out in December or whatever. So that gives me an opportunity to talk to people about bar. And just doing posts about if people like bar. Everybody loves bar, so everybody clicks on any poll that I do about bar. All they have to do is put bar as one of the answers. Do you like weightlifting or do you like bar? And everybody chooses bar. So we can start talking about it now. December 3rd, purchase, get those first 10 workouts and share those. Save your videos so that when they go away, you still have them. And that gives us a lot of time from now until December 16th to be showing up with the bar stuff on our social media, to be talking about it, and to get people crazy, super excited about it. So that December 16th, we have a list of people that are ready to jump in and join us and want to do it with us. And we can send our share cards December 16th. The workouts don't come out until January 13th. So even though we're going to be talking about it now, we still have a while before the workouts start. So that gives us all of December and 2 weeks in January to be breadcrumbing about bar, to be talking about bar, to be having conversations, and to be getting people into our bar group that will actually start the 13th.
And what I talked about today in some planning meetings is starting a challenge group actually on January 6th, because there will be bar prep workouts. So there's a couple bar that are specific to Bar Blend that are new, but there are a lot of programs we already have in our library that are bar-like. So even in Morning Meltdown 100, there was one workout that was very bar-like. And so we're gonna pull from all of our current programs workouts that are very bar-like and put together a calendar that people can follow in preparation for the actual launch of Bar Blend. So we can get them going in our groups and going with BOD prior to January. So
yeah, I'm also talking like with my one coach Darius, talking about starting groups December 2nd. So the big thing is to, yes, be talking about bar, but that doesn't mean people can't start until January and sign up till January. Like if people are interested, if they buy a challenge pack this month, they get $20 off the bar program next month.
They get $10 off the accessories, $10 off like the digital unlock.
Yes. So they'll get a pretty big discount. And like I'm talking about doing workouts now through the holidays, like maybe a 21-day fix or maybe a 6-week program from now until the bar launches, so that they at least are starting on their fitness journey and getting going. So definitely not waiting to get people signed up until bar launches.
Exactly. I'm talking to a lot of people now that are interested in bar, and I'm like, oh, if you get started with a package now, because they're on sale now, you get the sale price now, plus you get this promo discount in December. And
I
so
do have, oh, go ahead.
my plan is to get them to buy a challenge pack this month and then bar next month, and then they're ready to go.
And if they buy a challenge pack this month, if they want to cancel their shakes and buy a completion pack, I mean, they'll probably get bar for nothing, right? Usually it's like $130, or what's the completion pack going to be?
I don't know what it's going to be, but
Usually it's about $130 or $140. So you pretty much get it free with their next month's shakes. But, what was I going to say? Oh, I forget. I had something else to say. Now I forget. What was it? I don't know. But I think that's all the dates we have. Oh, I was going to say I have some people that are interested in coaching that want to help us launch the bar program. And so they are going to sign up on December 3rd with the bar challenge pack, which will waive their coach sign up fee. And then they'll get access to all those workouts and get ready, be able to start going right away with the bar workouts.
yeah, exactly. So you can sign as a coach at the same time that you purchase that bar challenge pack too.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's another option.
Yes.
Yeah,
Any other bar info you have that I didn't get?
you got it, girl.
Becky, anything to add?
I just was a little bit confused on the dates. So the customers that they purchased December 16th, does that mean they can start that right away?
Only coaches can buy on December 3rd.
Right.
So if you sign as a coach or you're already as a coach, you can purchase December 3rd, and you do get 10 workouts, I think it says.
Yeah.
Yes, 10 workouts. You get 10 bar workouts. So yes, you could start, but they're going to pull that you get 10 bar workouts from December 3rd through 15th.
Right.
Really, the point of that is for coaches to be able to show what this program looks like.
Yeah.
And then on the 15th or on the 16th, on the 15th, they're going to take it down. So you won't be able to access it.
Yeah.
They will sell to customers, but it won't actually go back onto BOD until January 13th.
Okay. So when they buy it on the 16th, they can't use it for a few more weeks.
Correct.
Okay. So it's basically just like customer early access.
Yep. It's just
Okay. That's weird.
Well, they did this before. They did it with 80-Day Obsession too, and it worked out just fine. Yeah, and it worked great. But with 80-Day Obsession, we didn't get the free preview. That Morning Meltdown 100 was the first time we got the free 2 weeks. So we started 80-Day Obsession like blind. But they can still start their Shakeology. They could still start their line, and we're going to have prep plans and prep calendars in place. So they'll still want to have BOD, even though they won't have the bar programs yet, they will have BOD, and that way they can do the bar prep with us.
Okay, perfect. Okay. That's what I was a little confused on when they start, if they purchase.
Yeah, it is a little confusing because it's kind of like a whole month, but whole month that they can do bar prep. They could do a 21-day fix whole program right there.
Okay.
You know?
And it's also great, like December 16th, when customers start buying, having a list, like I do a whiteboard and list off the people that are joining me, and then counting down the days until we actually start on January 13th. So that gives us lots of time to be adding to our list, sharing it on our stories every day. So when people are joining and
creating hype,
counting down to this prep week.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Anything else we need to go over?
I think we got it.
Let's snap a picture real quick. Everybody look at the camera and smile. Oh, why do I do that? I always hit my volume button. Hold on. Got it.
Thank you.
Good.
Small team call. Glad we recorded it.
I know.
Tiny.
Oh, will you send it to me so I can put it in my team page when you
Yeah.
get it?
Yeah, and I'll post it in the Fitfluencer group too.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thanks.
Good.
Have a good night, ladies.
Thanks. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.